Hi, friends. Happy Thursday. My name's Jana. Welcome to my channel if you are new. And I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I have a fun card to do here with you today. Spring card, and it's feeling kind of like spring here where I live today on the Oregon coast. It's like in the 60s at my house, which is lovely. Okay, I think we're getting all set. There we are. Yay! Okay, so today I am using the Cute Storybook Friends. Mostly I'm using the paper, but I am going to use one of the sentiments from the stamp set. This is a photopolymer clear stamp set. And it does have that's not it. It has coordinating dies, same name, Storybook Friends, and it's got all those fun frames in there, plus the dies to cut out all the little critters. And I'm not using those either today, but you can get these together in a bundle and save 10%. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you see anything today that you'd like to buy, I will put the link to my shopping site in the description box after the video. I'm using the Spotlight on Nature dies, which is these fun circles. I've used these quite a bit. There's 2 sheets of them in here, and today I'm using this largest one of this design and the next one in that sort of eyelet design there. And I'm also using the eyelet 3D embossing folder. And of course the paper pack. And this is the Storybook Moments Specialty Designer Series paper, and you get 2 sheets of these really fun die cuts in there. So you get 2 of each design. And so that's what I'm going to be decorating my card with today. And it's a really super simple, fun fold. I've got all my parts and pieces here. Maybe what I should do, these come out of the sheet really easily, so I'm going to slide this under here so I don't lose any of these pieces, and slide them onto the package here. Okay, I think I got them all. Okay, so let me pull all this out. Today the card base I have is made with Mossy Meadow. That's the color. And I've pre-cut things here just to make it a little quicker, but I did leave one cut here to do with you just so you can see what I'm doing. So I've got my 5.5 by 8.5 sheet of cardstock folded in the middle at 4 1/4. And I want to make sure I've got my front here. So what I'm going to do is put this back in my trimmer, and I'm going to take, this is the front side of my card, I'm going to take it over to 2.5 inches, and I'm going to cut to the score line. And you can kind of tell there's measuring over here. I'm going to turn it slightly so I can see where I'm at, because I don't really want to take it past the score line. So I think I'm good there. Let me just lift this up and take a peek. Oh, right there at the score line. Perfect. So cutting it at 2.5 inches is going to leave the part that we want to keep at 3 inches, because I'm going to cut this off and we're not going to use that part. So I'm just lining the, let me pull this back down. I'm lining the fold line in the slot there where the cutter cuts. And I'm just going to, again, cut down to that line, and I'm going to have to turn it so I can see where I'm at. Yay! So there we go. That is how difficult this fold is. That is the extent of it. So don't throw this piece away because it's a nice piece of cardstock that you can use for something else. And when you cut like to that score line, it kind of leaves this funky little edge there. So I like to take my bone folder and just burnish that back down to flat so it's not kind of curling up right there. So there's that. That looks good. And let's just burnish the fold. So there is that. Okay, now for the inside, this color that I'm using to coordinate today is the Basic Beige. That's a fairly new color to Stampin' Up. And I'm going to pop it into the eyelet embossing folder and give it a embossed design here. And so don't run away. I'll be right back. I'm just going to run this through my machine. This is a 3D embossing folder, so you'll want to make sure you're using the right sandwich for whatever machine you use. So I'm also going to do the same thing with the Basic Beige circle that I cut. So again, I'll be right back. All right, so there is that. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to put this embossed piece on the inside of the card. I hope wherever you are having a good day today. All right, I like these colors together. That Basic Beige is just kind of nice against that mossy meadow, you know, so it's not the stark white. Gives it a little bit of a vintage vibe, I think. All right, so there's that piece, and then I've got another piece that I've cut here for the front, and this measures, don't forget this section here is 3 inches by 4 1/4. So I've got this cut at 2 3/4 by 4. So that is going to go right there, but I can go ahead and add this piece. Now this piece is from the paper pack, and I've got all my little goodies sitting on here, but it's, well, I'll show you in a minute, okay, because I don't want to lose any of these pieces. But there's some pieces in the paper pack. This is one. This is actually the back side of the paper, but they're cut aparts. So they're not already die cut for you, but they're cut aparts, and some of them are frames and just different pieces of paper to coordinate with the whole paper pack. But I'm using the back side, and I'm just going to attach that right onto the front of that piece. I really love this paper pack. I like how they put the die cuts in and then the cut aparts. It's kind of fun. Okay, so let's get this right on here. And then that's going to go right on there, and you want to make sure that you're lining up your basic beige pieces so they run right in a line there together. I did see this card design on Pinterest. Wasn't using the supplies that I'm using, but just the basic design of this kind of flap fold card. Okay, there we go with that. Now then, the circles. This one's going to go on the inside. So both of these are cut at the same with the same die. This one's going to go on the front, this one's going to go on the inside, and then this is the next smaller in that eyelet that's going to layer on top of this one. So let me just get my glue here, and we'll get this attached to the circle. Once you have all your pieces cut, this card's really quick and easy to put together. Okay, so now this is going to go on the front, and you just need to determine where you want it, like how high up. You could make it go lower, you could make it, you know, go all the way if you want, but I just want it right about there. So I'm gonna hold it there, hopefully. Flip it over, and I'm just going to kind of go underneath that piece and put a pencil mark. And then I'm going to put dimensionals here, and I just know not to go above the pencil mark. And I've got all these pieces of the borders of the dimensionals here that I want to use up. Some of them I've already cut, I think. These ones maybe. And I've just got too many of them piling up, so I really just need to get to using them, and then I will bring out a fresh pack of dimensionals to use. But I don't like letting these border pieces go to waste. Okay, so we can just stick some here and there down at the bottom. And maybe one right here. That should be plenty, I think. Bring my little garbage pail over here. Hi, Sue. Yeah, it's probably warmer out at your house than it is at mine, but it's quite nice. It was about 64 the last time I took the dogs out, I think, and it might be warmer than that now. Okay, so I'm just going to gently lay this on here because I need to see where I've got things. I don't want, yeah, I'm going to have to turn it a little bit. This is probably the hardest part of this whole card right here, is just getting this part lined up so your adhesive doesn't show. Okay, let me see if I can just twist this a little bit. Boy, those things are sticky. Okay. That might be good. Let's see. All right, I like that. There we go. Okay, so that part's done. Now we have to line up this one to the inside, and I've got a really easy way to do that. Hopefully it works out. So I'm just going to get my glue put on the back of it here. And then I am going to lay it on top of this. And I'm going to slide it down just ever so slightly so I can see a rim of that green. And I'm just going to pull the back up there. Let's see how we did. Well, I think we did pretty good because I'm not seeing it, but there it is. All right, so you've got a nice flat area in here to, oh, my ring rubbed on there. Let me see if I can get that off. You've got a nice flat area for whatever sentiment you want to put on the inside and to be able to sign it. Okay, so there is that. And now the fun part of this card. Let me bring all the fun die cuts back out over here. And so what I had in mind for this one, I spotted the cute little Mr. and Mrs. Lamb here, and let's just see if they fit, how they fit. And where does this piece go? Right there. Okay, so let me move that over and bring this. Oh, I think we can make them work out on there. Ooh, that's going to be so cute. All right. So I think what I'll do is maybe I'll just pop the top of her up. And let's just put one more little piece here. My arthritis and fibromyalgia are just wreaking havoc with me today, and so my sister and I went grocery shopping this morning, and I had a horrible time, honestly, getting through the grocery store, and then had to wait in line, and so I got really shaky just because I was experiencing a lot of pain, and I've just stayed shaky. So I'm going to take some ibuprofen in a little bit and see if that will help. Okay, so there she is, and then I'm going to overlap him over her dress just a little bit, and we'll pop the top of him up as well. I just think all the rain and stuff we've had, and I made a big pot of soup that we ate on for a few days, and I had stewed tomatoes in it, and tomatoes are not a good thing for inflammation. And I knew that when I made the soup, but they just make it taste so good. And so I think that's part of the problem too, is I ate that soup with those tomatoes. Okay, so we'll put a little glue like that. And we're gonna put him right here. Oh, I just love that he's holding like a cowboy hat, kind of a hat. They're dressed so fancy in their finery there. Okay, that looks really cute. Now, do I want to add, I'm kind of liking this, this little flower swag. Let's just take a look and see what that, oh, that would be cute. Okay, let me get some glue on that. I don't know what my dogs are fussing about. There must be somebody out front. Okay, I didn't go around the edges of my pieces here to kind of vintage them up, which I was gonna do, but actually I think I'm okay with how this is turning out. Okay, that looks cute. All right, so I think I am done with those. So let me just set this aside. And then what I have here, let me tell you the pieces, the measurements of what I used. Of course, it's going to be different for whatever stamps and things you might use, but in case you are using this set, I've got this piece of basic beige cut at 3/4 of an inch wide, and it is 1 3/4 of an inch long. And then the Mossy Meadow is 1 inch wide by 2 inches long. Okay, so that's going to layer on there. And I have the Easter greetings loaded onto my block here. And since I'm stamping with a clear stamp, I'm going to bring my mat in, and I'm going to use crumb cake. I think, no, wait, I don't know. Do I want to use crumb cake? Oh, what color do I want to use? I'm kind of thinking I don't. Well, his hat looks crumb cake and her hat looks crumb cake. Let's just go for it. I grabbed it because that's what I used on my first card. My first card's different. I mean, it's same design, but different. And it turned out really cute too, which I will be showing you. Okay, let me just make sure. Cute. Hi, Donna. Okay, let's get this put on here. just need glue on the back of this. And I'm not using any bling today. I just didn't think these cards needed bling. Okay, this is going to go under here. Okay, Easter greetings. And then I will put something more in there when the time comes. Well, I think that turned out really cute. Let me show you the other one. I used the little squirrels. There's so many fun images to choose from in there. But so there is that one. And see, I went around the edges and distressed them, and I just didn't do it on this one, but it's okay. Cute, cute, I think. Let me bring these back over so you can look at all the cute images in here again. It just makes putting a card together so quick and easy. And you've got, what are these, like weasels? Ferrets? I don't know. I think they look like weasels. So you've got a Mr. and Mrs. there. You've got lots more squirrels in here. I love this little badger. I think that's what she is, and she's sitting there knitting, and I think this little mouse with its pail and it's got something in there is so cute. Are there any other mouse? Yeah. So there's that mouse and there's the little one in the teacup, and you could put those two together. But then there's all the fun little, you know, flowers and gardening things in here. There's a cute fence. And the ducks are really sweet. You've got these two here, and then you've got this up here. This one, I guess that's a duck. I don't think it's a goose, but I'm not positive. I think it's a duck. So yeah, there's just lots of fun images in here. And like I said, you get 2 sheets of these. Let me slide this off and I'll show you the cut aparts. So this is the cut aparts, and you get 2 sheets of this one. So on the blue card, I used this one. I cut it out and used it on the little flap. And then on the one that I just did, I cut this piece out because I was like, which piece may I not want to use? I didn't want to use the back sides. The back of the paper is the same on the whole sheet, of course, but I didn't want to cut out a frame because I might want to use that for something. Oh, there's those 3 ducks together. That's cute. But this piece here didn't excite me too much, so I decided to cut it out and use the back of it. But like I said, you get 2 sheets of that in this pack, and then you get all the patterned paper with all the critters and things in there, plus the 2 sheets of the die cuts. And let me just set that aside there, and we'll have story time. Yeah, I think those turned out cute. Okay, let's see here. So I am still reading What Dogs Teach Us, Life's Lessons Learned from Our Best Friends. We should respect someone else's territory and be prepared to defend our own. That is an old dog. It's got white face there. Enjoy the company of children. Be gentle and loving with older people. Being kind is more important than being important. Cheer up others when they're sad. Sometimes you have to speak up to get what you want. We don't have to have a large vocabulary to get our message across. And I think we'll stop with that. So I just wanted to let you know I won't be on here next Thursday. We have our BFFs coming to spend time with us, and so that's what we'll be doing. So I will be back on then the next Thursday after that, but I just didn't want you to think I disappeared. So anyway, maybe try this fold, and it's super easy, and I think it just turns out really cute. And I'll see you next time, friends. Have a great weekend. Take care. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.